At the southern tip of South America, where the Andes crumble into the sea and icy winds blow straight from Antarctica, there lies an island few people on Earth have ever visited, Isla Navarino. This remote Chilean island isn't just breathtaking, it's the very edge of human settlement, a place where the world feels like it's ending, and beginning, at the same time. Isla Navarino sits just south of the Beagle Channel, opposite Argentina's Ushuaia, often called the southernmost city in the world. But here's something few people know. Puerto Williams, on Isla Navarino, is actually further south than Ushuaia. It's the true southernmost town on Earth, home to around 3,000 people who live in a landscape that feels closer to Antarctica than to the rest of Chile. Let's uncover 10 most amazing things about Isla Navarino. Number 10. Life here moves at a different rhythm. There are no shopping malls, no traffic lights, and only one small port where ships arrive with supplies from the mainland. In winter, the island can be cut off for days by storms. Yet, locals love it, a life surrounded by fjords, glaciers, and silence. Number 9. The island's spine is the Dientes de Navarino, or Teeth of Navarino, mountains, named for their jagged peaks that look like stone fangs biting the sky. Trekking this range is considered one of the southernmost hiking adventures in the world, even more remote than Patagonia's Torres del Paine. Few trails test human endurance like the Dientes Circuit, a 5-day expedition through raw wilderness, shifting weather, and pure solitude. Number 8. Nature here has its quirks. Beavers, for example, are not native. They were introduced from Canada in the 1940s, and with no natural predators, they multiplied like crazy. Today, thousands of them have transformed the island's forests and rivers, reshaping its entire ecosystem. Isla Navarino's forests host species found almost nowhere else, including dwarf beeches, Magellanic woodpeckers, and Andean foxes. The island is also an important stopover for Antarctic migratory birds. Number 7. But Isla Navarino isn't just wildland, it's also home to one of the world's most fascinating and fragile cultures, the Yagan people. Once nomadic canoe travelers who lived among the islands of Tierra del Fuego, the Yagan adapted to freezing waters wearing almost no clothing, surviving through fire, seals, and seabirds. Their language, Yamana, is now nearly extinct, with only a handful of speakers remaining. It's a living link to humanity's southernmost frontier. On Isla Navarino lives Cristina Calderon, recognized until her death in 2022 as the last full-blooded Yagan and fluent speaker of the Yamana language. Her daughter and granddaughter continue her mission to preserve the language through recordings and books. Number 6. In Puerto Williams, you'll find the Martin Gasinde Anthropological Museum, which tells the incredible story of the Yagan and early explorers who braved these waters. It's named after a German priest who lived among the Yagan in the early 1900s and documented their traditions before they disappeared. Many tourists think Argentina's Ushuaia holds the record, but Puerto Williams on Isla Navarino is actually about 10 kilometers further south, officially recognized by Chile and even by the United Nations as the world's southernmost city. Number 5. And just beyond Isla Navarino lies Cape Horn, the legendary sailor's graveyard where the Atlantic and Pacific collide. From here, Antarctica is only about 1,000 kilometers away. That's why some call Isla Navarino the last stepping stone before the White Continent. Number 4. Isla Navarino sits at 55 degrees south, making it closer to Antarctica than to Santiago, Chile's capital. The island marks one of the last points of land before the Drake Passage, the violent sea gateway to the South Pole. Number 3. The Dientes Circuit, named for its tooth-like peaks, is one of the least traveled trails on the planet. Hikers often go days without seeing another person, and there are no facilities, just raw wilderness, unpredictable snow, and the constant sound of wind. Number 2. In 1946, Argentina introduced 25 pairs of Canadian beavers to nearby Tierra del Fuego to start a fur industry. Some crossed over to Isla Navarino, and today there are over 100,000. They've flooded valleys and destroyed native forests, a major ecological problem scientists are still trying to fix. Number 1. Because of its isolation and strong Antarctic winds, Isla Navarino's air and water are among the purest ever recorded. Scientists often come here to study climate change and atmospheric conditions far from pollution. With virtually no cities or cars, the night sky above Isla Navarino is pure black. Visitors describe it as one of the clearest places on the planet to see the Milky Way, often visible right from the harbor. It's a place of extremes, where icy winds carve the landscape, where ancient cultures echo through the fjords, and where life persists at the very edge of the world. Isla Navarino is not just a remote island, it's the end of the road for civilization, and the beginning of the unknown. If you enjoyed this journey to the world's southernmost island, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. There are still places out there that the world has barely discovered, and we'll keep exploring them, one story at a time.